What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So it is now day 2 of the fast race. This will be race day. I already made it past the Camaro. Of course, just spun the tires. Dad just got back from a 954. He's having problems with the starter wire kicking off of that thing. We need to put a new spade on it, but hopefully it'll be a good day today. Weather's hot, so we're not going to get any super quick times, but I think I can go with 50 in this thing if I get it hooked up. It spun after the 60 foot, which it never does. It's a totally different car after the changes we made, so it's going to take completely different tuning aspect to get the thing go down the racetrack. But we're going to go ahead, get this thing cooled down, and we'll make another pass. Alright guys, I put that GoPro that you're watching on another car and got the angle all messed up, but we're going to make another pass. I pulled like 8 more degrees out of the initial launch. Totally different than the timing retard I used to run, so we'll see how it goes. Tires, of course, what this thing always does. All right, I'm gonna take a second down here. They're playing music down there, and I can't really talk a lot on the GoPro. I mean, I could, but YouTube would demonetize and do all sorts of weird stuff. So I'm gonna explain what we got going on with this thing. 2 days ago, I went and did something to the suspension that is totally different than I've ever ran. Car works totally different. The car used to like want to squat, and I used to run a lot of compression to keep the rear end from squatting. Now wants to extend and shove the tire down on the racetrack. The car wants to come up, and you can see it in the videos. So the car acts totally different. All right, so I'm gonna sit in here now because everybody keeps coming and checking on me, making sure I'm fine. But so it extends now, and the tune-up I have in the car to make it work just isn't working. I had a timing retard that would allow me to roll into the throttle, and then when I went full throttle, it pretty much pulled off. Right now my TPS sensor is actually not working, so that's where I'm struggling big time, is I don't know when I'm going full throttle to adjust the timing retard to make the thing work. So it's extending, shoving the tire into the track. I'm leaving harder and without, you know, the data, the TPS sensor, and I struggling to get the timing retard where it needs to be. You know, all last year the thing went 160. If I went like a 159, 158, 60 foot, I was excited. Now I can go a 155 easily. I mean, I'm leaving way harder than I ever have. This thing will go 155, 154 all day long in the 60 foot. This thing's gotta be mid 1.4 60 foots. When it went to 950 on the last video you guys saw earlier this weekend, went a 146 60 foot. So that's where I've got to be. That's why I mean, I could go up there and drive it out and go 155 60 foot and go 960 all day long. I just don't, that's not gonna get me where I need to be. So got to make the thing work. It's gonna take a lot of trial and error. Now this weekend's almost over. I think we're gonna have to do a track rental to get this thing actually dialed in, but we're gonna do all we can right now. I think I can run, you know, 960s, 970s all day long in the heat. It's like 3,000 foot right now. So I think that's what I'm gonna do for the rest of the weekend, and then we got to get this thing working and be consistent. So it's there. We qualified only 200 slower than the Corvette. Just got to make the thing consistent now. So my mom's coming up. We've been having trouble with this thing being super fat. Finally pulled it apart, and we changed jets in it a couple days ago, and somehow the jet fell out and it was laying in the fuel bowl. So hopefully this will be a good pass for us. Alright guys, first round and fast. I'm racing a guy who they let come and race here. This Monte Carlo, it's not really a fast or factory stock car, but rules are pretty relaxed for new people, and he's only been coming a couple times, so they pushed him into fast, so we had a full quick 8. So I'm just gonna try to leave and get it to hook up and go from there. I'm not gonna try to push it hard. Just gonna try to make a clean A to B pass. All right, guys, there we go. Sometimes you got to back them way down and work your way back up today, but that was a 166 60 foot. That's poor. But I did not want to spin the tires, so. Alright guys, round 1 is over. Made on to round 2. Round 2 we were taking on Larry Kirkham's. There's that old fart right there. He's fattening up for this race. I like it. Taking on his Corvette. So I turned the thing down a little bit so I could try to leave harder. I still don't know what's going on. I wish I had my throttle position sensor. It's mounted right here in the carburetor. No working. So yeah. We'll try for the best. He just went a 64. He's been a 59. 59 or 58. So he's got a fresh car. New engine combination, so we're gonna go out and give it our best shot. My dad's racing my mom in the silver Corvette. We get this thing cooled down and go out there and try to move on to the finals. All right guys, my dad's car, the starter went out in it, so my mom gets a bye. So mom gets a bite of the finals, and I'm racing Larry. So I don't know, Larry's fast. He's getting that thing sorted out, so I'm gonna have to be on my A game, which I'm never on. Try to be good on the tree and run it. win a 145 60 foot. That's where it was, in the 60 foot the whole way. 10th in the 60 foot, and he beat me by a 10th at the top end. I had a little bit of mile an hour on him, but yeah, it's a 10th the whole way down the racetrack. All the 60 foot, we gotta get this thing to be consistent. We gotta get this thing consistently in the 145s, and it'll be a player. Weight bias on them Corvettes, man, it's hard to compete with. But I'm pretty happy with this thing overall. I mean, last year it would have been a home run pass to go a 155 60 foot. Now I can turn it way down and it'll do it. Just gotta get it dialed in to be able to go 1.4s and be consistent at that. I feel like I could consistently go 155, which is way better than the consistent 160, 161 it used to have. We'll get her figured out. Well, I didn't want to spin. Knew I had to go at least a 1.5 something to compete, and he just got me on the 60 foot, 155.
Yeah. We've seen it.
I couldn't go a 140. I couldn't go a 145. Not the last. I mean, yesterday in the morning I could, but
wow.
I tried multiple times today and just wouldn't do it. But I think I can consistently go 155 now. So last year it was a 1.6 was the best I could get. So
yeah.
I'm creeping in on it. I just gotta.
I mean, it's been consistent. You ran good every time.
Yeah. If it didn't spin, yeah, it ran decent. But I consistently went from a 60 to 155. I just got to go from that 155 to 145. I mean, it can do it. It's done it twice. All right, guys, standing here in the shade because I am hot and burnt, and yeah, we've been out here 3 days and ready to sit in some AC. But finals between my mom and Larry, who'd be me. So they're getting their cars cooled down. I'm gonna go ahead and they're getting their cars cooled down, and we'll go up there, get a video of that. Probably be Larry winning because he's about second faster than she is. All right, well, as you just saw, Larry just won. Congrats to Larry. Actually, that thing was broken the other day, and he brought it over, and we helped him get it fixed. Well, he did most of the work, but what do you think on this weekend? You think we figure something out, or?
I think so.
Made some changes, and
we still got some work to do, but
yeah, it's a totally different car.
Yes.
So it's like having a brand new car now. Not necessarily the engine or the horsepower, it's the suspension. It's finally doing what we've been wanting to do for over a year now. Just gonna take some time to figure it out. Like, you know, I detuned it and went a 155 60 foot when Larry beat me, and before it would have never done that. So it would have done like a 160, 161. So we're making progress. Still got some work to do, because if it's not going mid 1.4s, we just can't compete with the Corvettes. Just a little bit more time getting the thing dialed in, and I mean, I'm confident enough we can run with them. I got a bunch of weight I can get out of this thing. I've been wanting the suspension and everything to show that it'll work before I decide to like really make this thing a race car. So I know I can get a bunch of weight out of it. I mean, I can probably get a couple 100 pounds out of the car if I really, you know, got creative with it without cutting the thing up. So I think that's the next thing to do. That's the next step, because this thing is actually starting to show potential. I was almost ready to give up the ghost on the old girl and put a Corvette together, but I think she heard me talking about that, and she stepped her game up. So pretty excited, pretty happy with the car, and congrats to Larry for winning the event. But that's gonna be it for today. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.